We're going to finish up this science review packet today, starting with number 45. Which of the following is primarily responsible for the changing seasons on Earth? Orbit of the Earth around the Sun, rotation of the Sun, rotation of the Earth. First of all, their Sun does not rotate. Rotation of the Earth gives us day and night, not seasons, day and night. Or tilt of the axis of Earth. Both of these things help us with seasons, but it says which is primarily responsible, and that is the tilt of the axis of Earth. Because of that tilt, the sun's rays will hit either directly or indirectly, which gives us our seasons. Which of the following best explains why the tilt of Earth on its axis creates the seasons? I think I just answered this one. The amount of time it takes for light from the sun to reach Earth changes a little throughout the year. The surface area of Earth is not constant at all parts of its orbit. The angle of sunlight varies on different parts of Earth at different times. The North Pole will always be pointed away from the sun, making it colder. So it's because the angle of the sunlight. I just went over that on this previous question. If a factory polluted the water supply in an area, what change would likely be observed in that ecosystem? New insects moving into the region. Would that happen if it was polluted? No. More birds are nesting in trees? Not if it's polluted. Trees grow taller? Not if it's polluted. Fewer pond plants and animals? Yes. The pollution is going to kill the wildlife there. The pie chart provides data on the source of pollutants that enter the oceans. The greatest reduction in pollutants entering the ocean could be achieved by cutting in half pollution created by what source? So we want to cut in half the one that's the biggest piece of this pie. What's the biggest piece of the pie? This is the biggest right here. If we cut that in half, then we can reduce pollutants entering the ocean. Don't know if you can tell what that says, but that says sewage, which is letter choice C. The table here provides data on average amount of water used in two versions of 4 different activities. Which of the following changes will have the greatest impact on reducing the amount of water a person consumes for that activity? So again, we're looking for the activities that use the most water, because if we change those activities, we'll have an impact on using less water. So this one is pretty big. It's 186, it looks like. This one is 30. That's pretty big. Since this one is the biggest one, 186, that's how many gallons of water is used, then that's the one that's going to make the biggest impact. That's way bigger than all the rest of them. And that one says washing the car and leaving the rotor running. So if we shut off the car while washing it rather than leaving it running, that would make the biggest impact and save the most water. The map shows a place where the storm surge, a large wave brought in by a hurricane, moved in from the ocean over land and damaged buildings. Based on the information from the map, one solution to protect buildings from the damage of a hurricane would be to do what? So here we have the storm surge coming in. That's what those arrows are. These white blocks are undamaged homes, and these blocks with X's are damaged homes. So how come all these were damaged, but these, even though we had a couple of damaged ones, most of them on this side were not damaged? Why is that? Well, that's because of this right here. Can you read what this right here actually says? It says that there are trees planted there. So if we plant more mango trees along the shore, less damage would happen. If we put those mango trees over here as well, there would be less damage to these buildings as well. That concludes our science test prep for the week. If you have any questions, make sure you send me an email.